Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine show that talks about different aspects of Silliman University, a program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. You are watching Silliman. Hello there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Dagang salamat for joining us and choosing us to be your Monday night company. We have been featuring our School of Basic Education. If you're a parent or even a student watching the episode tonight, the School of Basic Education here at Silliman University is the right choice to make because, number one, we are featuring our whole person education, and we have been doing this tour around from preschool to elementary to junior high school to senior high school, no, just to share to you the experiences to be in Silliman University. And tonight, we are bound to our next destination, and that's the Silliman University Junior High School. And I can't wait to introduce them to you because they will not only share their experiences at the junior high school department, but they will also share to us how they found their spark, diba, at the junior high. So let's begin with our parents. We have here Mama Jean Nalam. Ma'am Jean, welcome to the show, and mayong gabi.
Mayong gabi. Good evening, everyone.
And we also have here Ma'am Myla May Lumaya. Ma'am Myla, welcome to Silliman, ma'am.
Mayong gabi, Sir Josh. Mayong gabi sa tanan.
Yes, and of course, to represent our students, we also have Nizza Noreen Lumaya. Nizza, welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Then we also have here Dasig, Giya, Nalam. Dasig, mayong gabi.
Good evening, sir.
All right. So, and I think the right way to warm up our conversation tonight is probably think of the high school games, no, that we used to have versus the high school games that these students play, no? Pareho pa ba? Or it's far way different? How about you, Ma'am Nalam, when you were in high school?
Well, during our time, it's really more of, not so with the gadgets. Right now, in their generation, they're really more into gadgets. During my time, our time, it's more of, going out on the streets, playing with our friends or neighbors, or even classmates during class hours, even recess time, that's also playtime. Mga syatong, mga...
Correct. And I remember that moment also when I got hit by the pamato, the shatong. How about you, Ma'am Myla? What comes top of your mind? High school games?
Actually, it's really different from the previous ones because during actually their elementary days, they used to play in the field. Of course, they have this patentero games and all. But now that they are in high school, they are more inclined into online gaming, Minecraft and all. And yeah, they would like to stay home instead of doing something outside.
All right, so
really different.
let's get it straight from the source, from Dasig and Nizza. So what are the games do you still play games?
Well,
Well,
well, of course, yes. And what they said is definitely true, Judd. Na, from considering the last years or our elementary years, we were more inclined to doing more physical games. But now, we focused more on like online. Maybe to name a few is like what Ma'am Myla said, that
Right.
like Minecraft, ML, COD, just to name a few. And yeah, we still do play games, but it has been a really big divide now from what once was to what is now.
so from very physical now online na lang. How about Nizza?
Yeah, what Dasig said is true. Well, we do still play games like sports, and we run around outside and play soccer. Mostly right now, what we do for fun really is magkulipad sa among cellphone ug mag-play online games.
And sometimes when we get sick or our head head is aching, no, and I think linyahan na ng parent, kaka-cellphone mo yan. Diba? Right. But anyway, that's part of the generational changes right now. And of course, one thing remains constant in our commitment in the university, which is to provide the whole person education. No? So I'd like to ask now Nizza and Dasig about your junior high school experience when it comes to the classroom as one of the 5 C's. What have been the favorite thing that you will never, especially you are grade 10 students now, you will be moving up to senior high school, right? So what have been that one thing that you really like being at the classroom at the junior high school? Would that be science experiments or your role play in your English class or the pair, share, and think activities? Top of your mind.
I feel like my most fondest memory sa classroom is kanang mga group activities na mo. I really have a fun time connecting with my classmates in group activities. Gikan sa role-playing or in our science activities, it's really fun just to work with my classmates.
What have been the craziest role that you have assumed in your role-playing?
The craziest role is a crazy person.
Okay, crazy person. That's really crazy.
Yes, that's the craziest
Is
role
it
I've played.
the Crispin Basilio?
Yeah, Sisa.
Yes. Okay. So that might be in your Filipino class.
Yes.
And how was it?
It was fun. I got to let out a lot of weird emotions.
Okay. Acting experience.
Yes.
So that's cool. How about you, Dasig?
I feel like my answer is a bit different because it's not more so an activity, pero it's like a recurring perception ba na ever since grade 8 or the first time we got back after the pandemic, like this recurring perception that how you perceive your classmates will change from the beginning and the ending of the school year.
Right.
So like when you start the school year with people you don't know, you assume that I'm not gonna get along with them. But once you get to the end of the school year or when you're like in the moving up ceremony na,
Right.
you're gonna look back on those days and you're gonna think to yourself how much you've grown fond with them. So I feel like those are the most important for me.
That's true, no? Because I remember when we were, I don't know if uso pa ba yung manghihingi ng papel. You get to ask paper from your seatmate, from your friend, and sometimes you are the ones helping each other to finish projects, right? And I think, I agree, that's really something that you will really remember. Now, I'd like to ask Ma'am Mai and Ma'am Jean, this is quite a heavy question, but just take your time. Because, of course, they have been Sillimanians, I think, since, early childhood, no? Elementary, and then now junior high school. What have been the growth that you have seen, the significant difference when it comes to being, let's just say, being a grade 7 student, now grade 10? And you listen up, huh? What have been the observations of your parents? Who would like to begin?
Okay, for me, actually, I have known Nizza to be really a quiet child. She used to play books in the corner, but I'm really happy that she's enrolled in Silliman University and be able to expose to a lot of things, especially in leadership, in their classroom, and it really nurtured and give her confidence, to be able to talk to her classmates and be able to socialize with them. So it really helps her to be more confident.
Right. Diba? Now a promising actress, no? As Sisa, diba? That's really a good development there. And I think part of it really are of course, the design of the instruction, the extracurricular activities, the people that she meets every day. How about you, Ma'am Jean?
Yeah, it's similar with my Myla's experience with her daughter. Dasig also was a little bit shy at the start of his junior high school. He has confidence, but not really on the fullest level. But now that he's in grade 10, I observed that he has become more mature, more responsible, and I think to me this is the most important thing, more God-fearing.
Wow.
Every time he would share his experiences with, group activities, he would highlight experiences with his classmates that he has helped someone today and how that help affected their relationship, how it helped the person. That to me is the more important thing, not even the grades or the scores that he gets.
Right.
But what Christian education, that of course one of the thrusts of Silliman University, that to me is the most important thing.
Wow, nakaka-proud naman. If I were the child, parang parang hindi na ako mapapalibre ng burger kay mama, di ba? But yeah, I mean that's a very good observation, and that's really one of the goals, kumbaga, of Silliman, because at the end of the day, we want them to be academically excellent, but we also put equally great premium on character and of course building our Christian faith. Now let's go to Nizza and Dasig here. What have been the extracurricular involvements that you were engaging yourself with? Like earlier, Myla mentioned about being a leader. Aside from being an actress, you're also exploring leadership. Nizza?
Yes, I'm actually part of the student council right now as the vice governor, and before I started the student council, actually, because of how Silliman is designed, I dipped my toes first in orgs and council committees. Dira jud ko na expose with like the Silliman life, if you can. It exposed me to the student council, and eventually when I was in 9th grade, I joined the SUSG. So I joined a lot of orgs in Silliman.
Is it challenging to be a student and at the same time being a student leader?
I mean, honestly, it is challenging, pero with my support system, I guess, and my mom, I'll be able to manage, yeah.
And I think that's really the importance of, right support system, parent support, and of course the student will be extra motivated, to ace things, to be always in their A game. How about you, Dasig? What have been your involvements, extracurricular-wise?
I think I've been with a lot.
Sige, magbigay ka ng 78.
Well, but actually, I have been with the junior broadcasters for the TV broadcasting.
Oo nga,
under
maganda ang
Sir
voice
Hanz.
ni Dasig.
I'm very flattered. Next would be the science club. I'm also a secretary handling the money, but although I feel like I haven't done my best in the role. Next would be the chess club. Although it's a sport, I still consider it a club.
Yeah.
But I think the most in tune with leadership is the newly formed club with junior campus ambassadors, which basically trains young leaders as it advertises. I was one of the key founders pod ana, and I feel like because of that club, which I participated, out of all the clubs I participated the most in, I feel like I've gotten better at speaking my mind and really giving the right instructions so that people will further understand what I'm trying to say.
Diba? Because that's also a challenge, being an ambassador, meaning you have to tour people and you have to tell facts, about this building, what happened here, right? At the same time, entertaining them, diba?
Yes.
Well, we're just going to pause for a short break, but when we come back, let's also talk about challenges being a student, because I'm not sure if being a junior high school student now is facing different sorts of challenges. Because in my time, Ma'am Jean, it's just like nakapasa ba ako ng floor wax or nakadala na ba akong dustpan? Are these still the challenges of our junior high school students, friends? All of that and more when #Silliman returns. Please stay with us.
Silliman University.
Come and explore the campus by the sea here in the heart of the city. from an industrial school with 15 boys
to a university campus with more than 10,000 students, Silliman University stands today as one of the leading Christian institutions in the country.
Continuing to write stories over a century later.
So, why Silliman?
Because here, everyone has a place.
Because here, community ignites spirit.
because here we embrace academic excellence, inclusivity and diversity, justice with compassion, and a care for the environment, a total holistic development.
Because here, each one tells a story.
Kahit diri sa Silliman.
Dahil dito sa Silliman.
安娜후나非西里曼，
因为在西利曼。
なぜなら西里曼では
Victory in Silliman.
Karena di Silliman.
Because here in Silliman,
We are home.
So come, start your story with us.
Welcome back, and you are still watching #Silliman. We're still joined by our friends from the Silliman University Junior High School. Now, before we took a short break, we asked our parents and our students, now, what are the challenges of being a junior high school student? And I think right now, iba talaga yung panahon, no? The generation nowadays and the educational landscape is also different, no? So let's ask them. But before they answer, we have an additional guest joining us tonight, o diba?
Wow.
And to represent the faculty, we have Sir Hanz Denzil Villahermosa. Sir Hanz, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much. Pero disclaimer, di ko late ha. I'm just really part of the second half of the episode.
Of course. And Sir Hanz, thank you so much for allowing us to force you.
The pleasure's mine.
To be part of the second half of the show. But kidding aside, let's go back now to the challenges of being a student. And I think the good thing now, Sir Hanz is also with us. No, he could also share to us insights of being a teacher also at the junior high school. His favorite part of being a teacher, no, with our students at the junior high. Let's begin with Nizza here.
Challenges I face in junior high. I feel like one of my biggest challenges really is time management. I really, especially since I'm also like a student leader and part of student council, I really have a hard time managing my time in school, like especially during PT week where we have lots of stuff to do. Pero I still have a fun time doing all the work because when I do my PTs, all the PTs we have in school is really fun and engaging activities. It's more on role playing or really engaging with the community or talking with my classmates about problems we have experienced recently.
And I think that's one thing that is very holistic, no? Like you mentioned about engaging with the community. Can you share more about that, Ms.?
Yes. One time, we in the student council we do an annual outreach. We select an orphanage to reach out, and we don't just deliver goods there. We also engage and make programs with the children. So that's one of like community outreaches. And for our science, we plant a tree every single year. So I feel like that counts as a community outreach.
Right, definitely, no? Especially with our environmental issues right now, no? One tree at a time, that's already making a big difference, right? How about Dasig?
For
Nizza, it's more on time management. How about you?
For me, sir, it would be more so when it comes for the time that I have to call on the role of being a leader. Usually, the most common problem is with other members who don't share the same passion in really striving for...
shout out mo nga sila ngayon.
Shout out to...
Yeah, and that's really part of leadership, you know?
Yes.
How do you make sure that everyone helps, no? So, you'd like to add more? That's one.
Yeah, and to add more on that is that although it's a problem, I feel like there should be also a solution, which in my opinion, the best solution is not to have them in a dictator role kind of thing wherein I just tell you to do that and you do that, but more of a holistic approach rather of just saying you do this part and do this part. I tell them to strive to, before we go to the second part, how about let's all brainstorm on how to collectively solve the first problem so if the problem is that the reason why they're unwilling to help is because they feel left out, it would be negated because everyone is involved with the solving.
And I think that's the bottom line of leadership, empowering others also for them to ably contribute, right? And become a solution at the end. Yes. Now we have here Sir Hanz, one of the faculty members of the junior high school. Now, Sir Hanz, what is your favorite part of being a teacher at the junior high school?
Well, I think that it's really about seeing the growth of my students, even if, of course, they're under me for just a span of 10 months, sir. But as a grade 10 student, really my goal is to prepare them for senior high, for your level.
Yes.
So I hope I am doing well. Well,
i-ask natin sa mga English teachers natin.
But definitely, it's really that. We start the school year setting expectations, and of course, seeing how our students are quite hesitant. They have a lot of reservations and doubts about themselves, especially when it comes to, let's say, public speaking, which is really one of my main goal in my class. And then seeing them 10 months later having even just a little bit of confidence improve, that's already a big leap. And I am very happy, and I feel that even if, of course, every student has his or her own pace when it comes to learning, but seeing just a little bit of growth in every student already makes me happy. I think that's my most favorite part, definitely.
Right. And of course, no, that's the only thing that could make our teacher heart so happy,
Yes.
diba? And our ultimate reward at the end of the day. Now, I'd like to go back to Ma'am Myla and Ma'am Jean because I understand we have televiewers who are parents, no, right now, and probably they are watching this from Mindanao, from Luzon, and other parts of the Visayas. What made you decide to choose Silliman University and entrust it, no, at the junior high school department, the education of your students?
Primarily, I believe in the thrust of Silliman University, which is holistic education, Christian education, which before I got married, I said, God, if you will allow me to get married, I want my kids to be
Ay, pwede pala yun. Kahit hindi pa na, minamanifest na.
Yes.
Oh, so to those who are single right now, i-manifest nyo na rin. Nasa Silliman yung mga kids nyo.
Yeah, so that was my prayer, that give me a school that could, help meet the dream to have children who are not only good citizens, but good servants of God. And secondly, I am a faculty of the Silliman University. This is also part of availing the benefits of being a faculty. But again, primarily, what Silliman University is standing for in terms of their kind of education that they offer to their clientele.
True. And I think that's very evident now with how your students speak, that they speak with so much confidence, with so much certainty, huh? All right, how about Ma'am Myla?
As a teacher, I also saw my student, how Silliman University nurture my students, and with the kind of values or thrust Silliman uphold, the character, competence, and faith. I want also my daughter to experience the same. And I believe that Silliman really gives opportunity to my daughter to to be holistically equipped and prepare for the world out there. And and I want her to be as well God-fearing and values-driven. So
yeah, that's very important at the end of the day. No matter how academically strong or excellent you are as a person, still the character is very important. Now, in our previous episode with our elementary students, I asked them about how, because one of our thrusts is the church, our Christian faith, how was their faith strengthened? It was very interesting to know that as early as elementary, they have already this existential musings and, trying to navigate also their faith. And they really found the Christian life values education very important and critical to their Christian faith. So how about you guys, Dasig and Nizza? How did your Christian faith got strengthened at the junior high school?
Well, I believe that it has been strengthened with one of the subjects actually from junior high, which is Christian Life Values Education, if I remember correctly, CLVE. And
nanonood yung CLVE teacher mo. Better get it right.
Yes. In CLVE, it doesn't necessarily, although that is the main topic about Christian living,
right,
it also tackles about philosophical ideas, moral dilemmas, and when you are given those problems or you are put into those types of situations, it really puts your faith into a situation wherein you have to really believe it. You have to really go for it. And I feel like CLVE has really given me the opportunity to really learn different things about, or more specifically about Christianity and about faith, and how it's really important to have faith as your rock when everything goes bad.
Yeah, that's true. At the end of the day, when everything goes south and we only have one up there, no?
Yes.
Going to give us strength and guidance. How about Nizza?
Yeah, same with Dasig. Sylvie also, but aside from that, it's our monthly convocations where we attend church. I feel like every single convocation, there's always a lesson to be learned. And I feel like because I attended those, I get to be more in touch with my spiritual faith, and it teaches me valuable lessons. Like, it's not stuff I think about all the time, but because I attended it, I'm able to internalize it and think about it, and it really affects how I act throughout the month. I always think back to that.
Right. And these activities, no, are parang ang tingin lang natin for attendance, but actually at the individual level, these are the impacts, no?
Get to learn.
You know, strengthening our spiritual belief. And of course, we are a community of believers. That's very important. Now, Sir Hanz, one of the parang branding, kumbaga, of the junior high school is, and I mentioned this in my intro, it's about finding that spark. No? So, can you share to us, how does one find a spark at the Silliman University Junior High School? Hindi sa kaklase, ha?
Well, I was about to say that. But yes, that's a very good question, Sir Josh, because actually when I directed our promotional video, that's basically was the tagline of the SUJHS video, finding the spark of every student. And I think it all boils down to the fact and the idea that in junior high, we offer every possibility. That means that if you're a student and you're still finding your spark, there will always be a place for you in the campus. May it be, let's say, in journalism, may it be in sports, may it be in leadership, in all the clubs that we offer. And at the same time, through our academic experiences as well, the students really will be able to really understand better who they are, what their inclinations are. And I believe that's what the junior high school department should be about. It's about preparing them and guiding the students, especially since in the senior high level, there are already strands and paths available for them. So I believe that the best way really is to enroll at the junior high school campus and to find your spark.
Experience
it themselves, that's right.
Diba? Because in senior high, they will soar high na. Diba? But just so, and I think these are very important way of, you know, how we, although it's very difficult to put in a nutshell what the junior high experience is, but I think that's a very beautiful way of representing, a very beautiful symbolism, no, of what junior high school is. Now, as much as I'd like to talk about the sparks that you have found at the junior high school, unfortunately, we are running out of time. So I'd like to ask our parents first, any message, Ma'am Myla and Ma'am Jean, you'd like to give to the teachers, to your students? Go ahead, Ma'am Myla.
I would like first to thank the teachers, no, of their commitment to teach and be able to share or impart their knowledge to our children. And I would like to also thank the university for the opportunities they give to our students, for exposing them to a lot of things, be able to help them prepare. And yeah, I think that's it.
Thank you, and thank you, Ma'am Myla, for your time.
Yeah.
I understand probably you're busy checking papers, but you really made an effort, and thank you very much. Ma'am Jean.
Yeah, I would also like to thank all the members of the faculty and staff of Silliman Junior High School. If your objective is to really give opportunities for the students to find their spark, you have been successful. And I saw it in my son and also with Nizza, listening to her stories. So thank you very much for your commitment and dedication to your teaching vocation and all the support system of junior high. And to the students, keep exploring. The more you explore, the more you will find your passion. And once you find your passion, that's it. So congratulations, and looking forward to, you know, hearing great news of your experiences. Yes. And thank you also.
Dagang salamat, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time, Ma'am Jean. Now, Sir Hanz, before we let you go, do you have a Facebook page, email? What are the numbers to dial if you know?
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
Of course, for all of you who are intrigued with everything that's been discussed today, and if you are interested to know more about Silliman University Junior High School, of course, we have our contact numbers, and I think it will be flashed in your screens right now. And of course, feel free lang to send, because we also have a Facebook page. It's a Silliman University Junior High School. So we are also very much active there, answering to your queries and requests. So we hope to see you all, of course, in the next school years.
There you go. And visit our websites. That's www.sc.edu.ph for more information. Now, to close our episode tonight, in the previous episode, I asked our elementary pupils about the greatest lesson that they have learned as an elementary student, and they have very brilliant answers, and I'm confident that your answers will also be as brilliant as theirs. No pressure. Okay. From being a grade 7 student, now a grade 10 completer, you'll be going to senior high school. Top of your mind, what has been the greatest lesson that you've got at the junior high school? Anyone can start.
The greatest lesson I've learned from junior high, or in all my years of Silliman, is that through it all, or through all the hardships, although it's hectic, it is also necessary. I feel like that is the greatest takeaway, because for every time I felt as if I couldn't do this performance task, or I'm way past the deadline, I'm never gonna get honors with this anymore, it's necessary for growth, because if you're always perfect from the get-go, then there is no room for improvement. That is why, although it is hectic, it is necessary. That's something I firmly believe as of now, looking back through all the challenges I've had since the start of school in general.
That's true. For you to get at the top of the mountain, you have to climb the mountain. And of course, it will not be an easy journey. Very full of wisdom there, Dasig, Nizza.
The greatest lesson I learned in Silliman that I'll take with me after is probably to reach out. Ever since grade 7, I feel like through all the hectic work to the Silliman, there really is a community for you there, and there's people who support you. You have teachers there, you have your friends, classmates. So even if like no matter how hard the work gets, if you just reach out to someone, there'll be someone there to help you. True. So that's like one of the greatest lessons I've learned in Silliman, just to reach out.
That's true, no? Ask and you shall be given. Diba? Knock and you shall be open. And don't forget to reach out to him. Diba? Yes. So on that note, dagan kayong salamat, Sir Hanz.
Thank you so
our
much.
proud parents, Ma'am Myla and Ma'am Jean, Dasig and Nizza. You are very promising. You know, I see, and I mean this, I see a very bright future ahead, the both of you. No? So congratulations. No?
Thank you, sir.
And of course, to our televiewers, you're also promising because of the support that you give us every Monday night, and keep joining us. That's 8 p.m. on Channel 6 Field Products Dumaguete. Until next week, and to God be the glory. Hello there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Support our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on your favorite episodes. And we also have a YouTube channel. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. See you there. And of course, every Monday night, 8 p.m., that's Channel 6 Field Products Dumaguete, where airing and replays will be aired every Tuesday, that's before the noontime news, and every Saturday after the noontime news. On behalf of Ronelyn, Vailoces-No, this has been Joshua Soldivillo. Kita kits next week, only here on #Silliman.